Another big issue that many small manufacturers face today is that they're baby boomers who are approaching retirement. So when it comes down to passing down the family business, what are the biggest obstacles that they face?
Yeah, baby boomers aren't just approaching retirement. They're there. And it ties to everything we just said, but it's also, there's the family dynamic. Do you have people who want to take the business over? And if so, are they capable? I've been working with an investment group the past 6 or 8 months trying to find manufacturing companies to invest in, and had one with a local broker in Grand Rapids where it was a company that was an auto industry supplier, and the founder had family who came into the business, but very clearly they weren't capable of running the business. Now, they had roles that could have been important and they could have had a job within it, but it's like they were trying to figure out how to have the owner back away and have these sons run the business when they couldn't. And it's this catch-22. They wanted something that clearly, when you studied what had gone on with the business, and they had lost contracts with General Motors and were kind of negative on cash flow, and they really needed serious help on sales and stuff that hadn't been happening for the few years since the kids had taken over. And you've got to be aware of that. And unfortunately, you got to judge your family, right? And sometimes that can be, you're not going to run the business. Maybe you'll work in it when I sell it, but that's the best I can provide. And so having that kind of ability to step away and assess, how does the family fit? Is it going to be sustaining? And if not, what do I need to do? Is it bringing in an outside CEO? There's a lot of tough business decisions that go into it.
Yeah. What other ways can retiring veterans mentor younger workers so that their skills aren't lost?
Yeah, that's huge. You talked about that owner who wanted to be involved. Well, rather than be the guy running things, be the guy teaching people, right? You can still be involved in the business as you bring the people who are going to be running it once you do go out the door. You're mentoring them, you're instructing them. You're putting together the training plans for even people who aren't there yet, working with the people who you've brought in and who know those jobs. Now let's put together a structured program where anyone else who comes in can learn the different jobs and make this a sustaining business.
Are there any government programs or local partnerships that small manufacturers can use either for funding or succession planning?
Yeah, so the manufacturing extension partnerships, you may have heard some news about them being defunded and such, and that's still kind of up in the air around the U.S. end of the world. But those outfits, they're nonprofits that are advocacies for manufacturing. They are huge around things like those training programs with the community colleges, internships, all the different ways where you can bring people in and train them up on the job, get them skills with the local trade schools that they might need. So they're, to me, invaluable, especially for smaller places that, they're not going to have their own training department. There's money available for those kinds of things. And whether it's structuring a training program or bringing in an intern, you can get grants. So definitely, if you're looking for ways to up your training game, look for those partnerships, the public-private partnerships.